So you want to know what's one of the worst parts of being about can't even talk. You want to know what's one of the worst parts about being a content creator, especially like a content creator who's been doing this for like 6, almost 7 years, is when you're having a really good day and you're vibing, you're making content, you might be, you know, doing your thing, you're in a really good mood. You might be on the internet. You might even be chilling, kicking it with fans, doing your thing. You might even be flirting, being like, oh, you know, this is going good. This is like, and they be like, oh, I know you from your da-da-da-da days. And you're like, you mean my ex? The one who's like beat me up all the time. Who like, when we broke up, stole all my social media accounts. Who literally stole all my money. Made me have to start my whole life over. Who literally ruined my whole online career. Like, you just really like thought that was a good idea to just bring that up, that's how like, oh, I've been a fan of you for so long. That's how long I've been a fan of you since like it's like one of the worst parts of being an actual person and being a content creator, that people, they think it's endearing, or they think they're saying something like, oh, I've been a fan of you for so long. Like, I'm a real person, and I was in real relationships, and these relationships really ended, and they weren't great when they ended. That's the only reason that they're over. Like, what you mean? And they weren't great on my part either. Like, I'm not proud of the person that I was in these relationships 100% of the time either. That's why they're over. 'Cause I really loved, like, with everything in me, and they failed. They weren't successful. And I wish I could have been with those people, or that person, or in those dynamics. Like, I've been doing this online for 6 years and have been showing my life for so long, and people will just casually bring stuff up that's like, I remember you from when you were with so-and-so. I've been a fan of you since you were with so-and-so. Like, I was having a good day. I wasn't even thinking about that person. I wasn't even thinking about that stuff. Like, I have so moved on. I have so much other stuff. You know what I'm thinking about? Calling adult protective services on my neighbors. You know what I'm thinking about? Starting my paralegal course in 2 weeks. You know what I'm thinking about? My freaking notary bond came in the mail today. Like, I gotta go to the county clerk's office tomorrow. You know what I'm thinking about? My brother's birthday is in a few days. Like, I am not thinking about my ex. And people will just casually bring that up. And then and other people, I don't know if maybe they don't care about their ex that much, or maybe they didn't have those type of relationships, or they didn't have like, but they'll just like bring it up, and you're like, and now it's 7 something at night. I have to go be on camera. I have to go finish the rest of my night. Thankfully, I wasn't in live when it happens, but it happens all the time. This chicken nugget wants to play constantly. I love her for her. She's like, no, let's not do that. Let's play. I'm thinking about what my dog needs. Thinking about my Call of Duty matches. Like, But it's like, that's one of the worst parts about being a content creator and like a long-standing content creator, because people will just casually bring that up like when I'm in the middle of being on live, like trying to be cute and sexy, and they'll be like, I remember you from this, and I'll be like, that person has actively told me recently that I look more like a trans woman now than I did then. Like, why were you with me for 4 years if you want to make that, like, say things like that in a negative connotation, or try to belittle me or make fun of me or say things to me in a way that seems like that's a negative? Like, who are you talking to, and why are you saying things to me when I literally carried a whole family, brought in hundreds of millions of views, and then, like, to the point where 6 years later people are still bringing that up and saying like, I used to be a fan of you for so long. Like, it'll never end. That I know, as long as I'm online, as long as I continue to like have fans, they'll always forever bring that up. But how do you let stuff like that go? Like, how do you reconcile when you cared and you tried so hard? Because now with relationships, like, now that I'm more mature, I can say for sure, like, this last relationship, now that it's done and over with, I'm like, good riddance. I did everything right. I didn't cheat on that person. I didn't lie to that person. I committed 100%. I did everything that I could have done. I was honest with myself, and in those times I gave everything. I was so selfless in those moments. I did everything that I could. I went to counseling. I did mental health treatment. I ate right. I worked out. I tried to do everything that I could for that relationship. But with other relationships, I could say like I was petty. I was small. I don't know if I grew enough or learned enough or really tried hard enough. Girl, what is you barking at? Tried hard enough to give everything that I could. So now that the relationships are over, girl, where did it go? So now that they're over, it's like it'll hurt forever because they have to be over. They have to stay over. And so when people bring them up, it's like, girl, you can't be up in here barking and then you don't even know where it is.